Hi, and welcome to our practical part of this video, where we take a look at line, circle, and blob detection in OpenCV. So now let's move to our IPython notebook that contains our video. So the file we're looking at for this lesson is number 12, which is titled line, circle, and blob detection. So go ahead and open this IPython notebook file. And here we go. So first thing we're going to take a look at is half-lines, the first half-line algorithm. So this code looks a bit funny. So let me just show you exactly what's happening here. So we're loading an image, we're grayscaling that image, we're running canny edges on that image, and then we're running the half-lines function here, okay? And in the half-lines, what I'll do in this lesson, I don't have it here, but I'll add in the parameters here, exactly what is considered for everything for half-lines, okay? So you'll have an idea what's going on. In the meantime, just take these parameters for granted. We just have some notes on it here if you want to see. Accuracy is down to 1 pixel, and basically the npi is just the theta accuracy, as well as the line, how many points on the line we want to set, okay? So those are the parameters we're using here. And what we do, we iterate through each line here and convert it into the format required by CV lines. That's how we draw these lines here. It's actually should be CV2 lines, okay? So let's run this over our image, and wow, look at that. We've got the lines of our Sudoku image right here. It's pretty cool. Let's actually take a look at the initial image here so we can actually see how it looked beforehand. So let's do this and call this original. And yeah, there we go. So let's run this. So we have the original there. You can see there's lines of various thickness, and basically there are lines across numbers here. So we'll have to find a way to eliminate that sometimes. And here we go. So we got all the lines in the image, which is pretty cool. All the angles and lines here. It's nice. So now let's use probabilistic half-lines on that same image. So again, we have a similar pre-processing pipeline. And again, similarly, what we do is that we iterate over the lines here. All right. And then we draw those lines using cv2.lines. So here we go. We can see actually lines are detected, but it's now points and not actual lines we're drawing. So this is a bit different. So you can take a look and experiment with this on your own, changing different parameters to actually get the full lines if you want. Now let's take a look at half circles. So you can see all the parameters are explained here. So now let's take a look at how half circles work. Now half circles is an algorithm that I don't love because it takes a lot of time to run and it requires a lot of tweaking to get right. So you may or may not find it very useful in your applications. So let's run it on the OpenCV logo here, and I've got one circle. Depending on how you adjust the parameters, you may get a different circle or two circles. So as I said, it requires a lot of tweaking half circles. Blob detection is a much cooler algorithm in my opinion, and it works a lot better. So let's take a look at this on the sunflowers here. And you can see, yes, so it actually highlights the centers of the sunflowers here, which is pretty cool. Remember, it identifies similar regions in an image and associates them with a common blob, and then draws those blobs over them. And you can see how it works here. Remember I talked about a pipeline? It has simple blob detector where we create the detector, we get the key points from the image here, and then we use those key points here as an input argument here in cv2.draw key points. And what we do, we use that to draw the blobs that we highlighted. All right, so this is the explanation of draw key points, how it works a little bit. So that's it for this video. So I know we ran through that video a bit quick. However, because this is a condensed computer vision course, we're basically teaching you a lot of the high-level concepts and implementations of these different algorithms. And it's up to you to take some initiative and toy with these on these sample images. Now, it's not going to be tedious. It's actually going to be quite fun. And especially if you have a goal or objective of doing something, it's actually very, very good to learn and experiment with different methods to do that. So I hope you enjoy and have fun and learn a lot from doing this. So now just to summarize what we've basically learned how to implement half-lines and probabilistic half-lines in OpenCV. We've learned how to use half circle as well. And we've learned how to use blob detection in OpenCV by creating a detector by making it with simple blob detector _ create. So now let's move on to our next video, where we take a look at object detection with HAR cascade classifiers. So this is going to be pretty cool, so stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.